Hello, lovely beings. Today I have another episode 4 of the Human Light Bulbs podcast, where I talk with inspiring human beings that are shining their light and sharing their light here for humanity in the world. And I'm always very excited to share these lovely beings with you. And I'm gonna introduce myself also. I'm MissHellbreaker. Janneke Hellebrekers. I come from Holland. I'm a yoga meditation teacher and energy healer. And I also give courses. And I do a lot of talks and interviews everywhere on social media. So wherever you can follow me on MissHellbreaker. And today we have Chirasree Bandyopadhyay all the way from India. Welcome.
Hello.
And she does really amazing things, and she's like one of the she's also very inspiring on social media, and I'm really excited to talk with her. And maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself.
Hi, I'm Chirasree. I'm from India, and I'm the founder of Quantum Dynamic 8, and I am into integration. So I help people activate an integrated life where they are always attracting the best health, best wealth, which is aligned to their soul, and the perfect relationships and connections.
Oh, that is great that you do that. And you also have on your website that you had already like so many success stories with people. And how did you came to this, that you started doing this, or how did it happen?
So I grew up in a dysfunctional family, and my father was alcoholic, abusive, and there were like triggers between mom and dad. And I used to observe them, and every time they would talk, or scold me or like shame me, or there were fights between them. There was something going on inside me, realization happening inside me, and an aspect of me was, born at a very young age, where that aspect would like make myself understand, talk to myself, calm myself down. And that's kind of where my inner therapist was born. And at a very young age, I started to because at that time, there was not so many informations on the internet, and I didn't even know such information existed on the internet. So I would just take my diary, write my thoughts, vent poems, and have routines for myself of how am I feeling and stuff. And I'm talking about 2004, 2005. And then kind of I got into a different zone altogether inside. And I started to teach myself, because in school also I used to get bullied because of my energy and how I would show up with all the stress and triggers from home. And that kind of got me into a self-retrospective journey at a very young age when I was in class 4, 5. And that's where I started my journey. And then I was kind of confused because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for literature or psychology. And finally, some way or the other, I was just pulled towards psychology, pulled towards relationship coaching, counseling. And when I started doing the sessions with manifestations, I figured out that it was creating more impact, more shifts than anything. And eventually I figured out that it's more than just sensations, but they have codes, they have gifts, and it's connected to the cosmos. And eventually I am just expanding more from that space to learn more, realize more, and come to more awareness. And that's how my journey started.
Nice. And that's also what you are helping with, you're getting more and more awareness, and then you help others with that as well. And it's really started very on a young age. And I wanted also to ask you, how is it for you, because you are quite a free spirit, How is it for you to live in India that is quite traditional, where they have the arranged marriages and the caste system? How is it for you to live in India where you are just very free?
I'm free. Like, it's about what you are in your mind, actually, because nobody can really tell me anything. So, in my family, like, since I come from a dysfunctional family, nobody really talks about marriages as such. And my mom is with her twin flame now, which I manifested for her.
No.
My dad is a free spirit. My mom is a free spirit. So I grew up with free spirit. So I grew up with the mindset of like, I didn't do anything. So I travel, I have fun. And sometimes people do say that it's not safe to travel alone and stuff. And I haven't even ever experienced something unsafe, whereas when I've traveled a lot all over India. So it's actually about, your inner consciousness. If you believe it's safe, people are amazing. Strangers are good. World out there is safe. It is safe. I've been traveling alone from a very young age. I've traveled almost in every place in India.
Oh, wow. And that's big.
And it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing to travel and it's safe. I love it. And I am a free spirit here. I've had all the liberties in India that are told like are traditional taboos. Like, I think we need to take a stand. Like, if somebody is telling us something, if some relative or any neighbor or anything, someone is telling us something, it's really about not listening to what they're saying and doing what you want to do anyway, because it doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah, and that
Like,
is it
do
also
what
being
they
free.
Yes.
Yeah, being free to follow your intuition, to follow your heart.
Yeah.
Nice. And that is like, but for some people it's quite difficult to do what they want to do. So that's like, they listen a lot of times too much to what people are saying to them.
Yes, they do. Like, I have come across, of course, people. I work with people who go through such problems where they get carried away or their family is too like restrictive and they have to marry the guy the family has. And it's there in India. And it is terrible. And I literally wonder, like, why are they even listening? Had I been in their place, I would have created so many of tantrums and worked out. But I know in that position of somebody who's getting like hearing so many things and are being told like, you have to do this, you have to stay in this marriage, you have to stay in the wrong marriage. They really feel like they have to. They feel a sense of pressure. They feel like sometimes it's from God, and then there are religious doctrines which tell us that we should listen to our parents and we have to do what our parents are saying and caring about others and dharma and everything. That kind of has got people into the zone of that we have to do this, and that's terrible. But I think the more we choose freedom at the core, the collective choose freedom, and more people are like realizing that they just can work out. Like, all they have to do is get a job that supports them, get a place of their own, and then live the life. I mean, they're all adults. And really, nobody has the right to force anybody to marry because it's their life, it's their choice.
But do you think the new people, like the younger people, are much more like free and not doing exactly what has been told?
Well, if I say in India, I know people who are of my age and still in that state where they feel like, no, it's this way. My parents have said that's why I have got married. I have to stay in this marriage. Even if there is domestic violence, I think it's not age specific because, like I'm saying, my mom, she walked out of her marriage and she was rebel and she has always been a rebel. I've been seeing her being a rebel. So I've seen my aunts being rebel and choosing to like move out of the wrong marriage. And I have seen people in my family actually who are like really liberal. But I have also seen people in the society who are not liberal. So it's not age specific, but I think more people are like realizing it. Because for me, I realized it at a very young age because there was chaos. Like my dad would drink and shout, and yes, I just had the mindset you can do anything in this world. If a man
Mm.
comes home and shouts every day on top of his voice
Mhm.
and can yell, he can do anything. So I
Mm.
think that's why I have this look down.
Mm. And but that is also what you're now helping others with. So what would you say, like people that are like feel that they're stuck or they're like very afraid it was happening in the world? What would your message be to those people?
How do you sense when you say you're stuck? Like, what is the sensation of the stuckness in your heart? Like, there is a sensation you feel in your heart, and that's where you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're moving, you're walking, you're drinking water, you're chilling, you're listening to this, you're feeling stuck. There is a sensation in your heart which is stuck. And the moment you realize that it's that sensation holding you back, you start to give that sensation a new meaning. Like, oh, the sensation of stuckness is moving to give me my dreams. The sensation of stuckness is shifting and transmuting to manifest more miracles for me. And it's just that tiny little sensation which holds our entire life back. And that sensation is associated to thoughts, but then the thoughts that people have, it's ultimately sensation. Like a thought does not trigger them, a thought triggers them because of the association of the sensation they are feeling. So go and tap into your heart and make your sensation feel safe. Realize that it's just one sensation holding you back, and then allow yourself to be freed from that. Allow that sensation to be liquid light so that you can live freely and abundantly and graciously how you were supposed to live. Like it's one life, live freely, like have a lot of fun because we don't know what's after that experience and all. That's too philosophical, and I don't know. Nobody really knows. Like, and you would not be having this physical form. You can't have the ice cream. That's for sure. That's a confirmation. So live this life, have fun, do whatever you want to do, and just be with whoever you wish to be. Just do whatever you wish to do, and don't get triggered by how another person is feeling because in any way you are helping everybody evolve. Focus on your sensation, transmute it, and come on.
Yes, and live free and happy and enjoy your life. No, we're not here to stay in suffering. We're here to thrive and enjoy this life. But a lot of people like are so stuck in like, but it's really, it's also not easy, this whole reality for people. It's not easy. And a lot of times people don't have like even the basics, what they need. So that's why it's difficult to go further. But it's also about mindset, really changing your mindset, and only your like mind is stopping you for the things that you maybe really want to do.
They
So
literally get rush of thoughts, and sadly, many people are even numbed out from the sensation. Like they can't even sense it because there's so much of sensation overwhelming with so many thoughts coming that they like lost and don't know, and they're in different dimensions, different aspects. But I really intend they all become free.
yes, and that is what you really make people aware of, also that they are. And you help people with all sorts of things. You say like manifestation and finding the dream partner, and also healing. What are the things where you help the most with?
So I help people who have gone through like trauma, CPTSD, come from dysfunctional family backgrounds, need inner child healing, are going through phases where they don't feel safe in their body. And there's another set of clients who I help who are like wanting to manifest the ideal relationship, or they have helped a lot of people get their eggs back, but now I'm mostly focusing on getting their twin flames because that resonates more to where I am in my personal life. And I also help them manifest their ideal career. And I have also had some people set up their business because they had been working with me for a while. They were like, you really do good with your catalog and all of that. So I help us. I actually help people set up their business as well. And I don't know things. And I think that all of us who are very creative, we do a lot of things. Like, don't you think so?
Really, really, really good. But it's also interesting what you say, like first I was doing this and now I'm doing that. So you keep also reinventing yourself, changing yourself and working on yourself. So that is like also really good that you change that as well, and you help a lot of people. So I put also your website underneath here so people can find you. So that's really beautiful what you're doing. So like that you may help a lot more people that are coming to you. Yes, and I hope you all like this talk. And I will put her website there, maybe also your like some other links of your social media, and so people can find you, because she's like really inspiring, and really like her frequency, like this, like your frequency really is like you're like give a lot of like information, but also with a lot of humor, and that's why I like it, because you're also not like take yourself too seriously. I think a lot of people take themselves too seriously, no?
Yeah. That's why I think they get stuck with what will people think, what will people... It's like literally there are memes, right? Like life is too short to argue. Just do and move on. I believe in that so much. Like, who cares? No one really cares at the end of the day.
Yes, very good. So be more free, people. Be more free to whatever what you want to say and whatever other people will think of it. And so, like, we hope all of everybody to be more free, no?
Yes, time for freedom, collective freedom.
Yeah, collective freedom.
I really love your vibe. I really love your vibe. Like, you have that holy grail activated vibe. Like, you're there in that like 5D portal of greedy life and that sensation. I use it so integrated in it. Like, in your frequency gives out a lot of information in the integration embodiment, and that's so beautiful. Thank you for all that you are also doing for this planet.
Oh, thank you. Also for you, like, and then we're more and more like people that are like doing the same things and feel it like they're coming together, like uniting all the people in the world, because a lot of people also, especially on the spiritual part, I feel quite alone, like they're on different places all over the world. But I'm also grateful for social media, because it makes you also get to know people all over the world that are like in a similar frequency.
It's beautiful to meet people actually in a similar frequency, because it's like, it feels so validating for the soul, because the soul, like the energy, the sensation feels like, okay, I'm home. Like that assimilated essence, it just comes because you're coming together and showing up for each other, and the energy we're holding for each other, the new earth frequency, the leaders coming together. It is happening now, and it was our dream, and it's us coming together and actually interacting, actually collaborating, which we would probably like 5-6 years ago imagine that we're coming together, the soul family is uniting, we're living a soul family mission. This is a soul family mission, and it is happening now. So it's exciting.
Yeah, just be yourself, and your soul tribe will come to you, offline and online. So keep on being yourself. Like you said, like shining your weird light, and then the other weirdos, the other people that are waking up also see you, and know that you're not alone. Know that we're like with so many people all over the world, with millions of people waking up every day, and first I thought in 2020 that we were like then it was the awakening, but I really feel the momentum is now. Do you also feel that?
Yes, the shift is like extreme now. Like it's it's not the way you're moving. It's actually like you're moving. It's actually like so high to that. I'm loving the bursts. Yesterday in a session, I was with a client and I'm like, wait, we like bursted so much and then I'm like, this is shifting very fast. And like, it was like, and the shift was so fast and it was like literally a shift in paradigm. Like we both literally felt like, phew, another portal we moved into, and it just is happening so fast these days that the energy, structures are falling apart so fast. It's just so fast. And it's so exciting.
Very good, very good. And because like all the old structures are crumbling down, and for some people it will be very like hard to see that, or like chaotic or whatever. But the people that are like woke up, they're happy with it. No, they're happy that all of this is crumbling.
Yes. But
Yes.
it can be difficult for people, yes. A lot of people I am seeing are losing jobs, are going through job change. And they're like wondering why is it happening? But it's a higher calling. And it's happening to actually all of us. We are all shifting too. I personally am shifting, like I'm literally on the verge where I can't connect to SP manifestation, law of assumption in the old ways. It's just the vibrational part and gaining momentum part and frequency. I can speak from here, but to squeeze, to fit in, to talk and like, you think, affirm, I'm not there anymore. And I have to accept the shift. I'm very happy I'm not there anymore. I can be myself. And okay to go through the shift, actually. It's beautiful. We're not crazy. And it's so good to be crazy. I love being crazy.
yeah, but like people think we're the crazy ones, but we are like actually the the opposite. But people, if you don't know yet, then you don't understand it. So only when you made also your own shift or wake up, then you understand those people that are like all the time like happy and enjoying life and smiling. At one point, I hope everybody understands where we come from.
Exactly. Even I hope that this is also my deepest hope that people really realize what has been really going on the inside and what really happens. Because even like I think like the words like healer, it's so not well explained because for what a healer really does. And the presence the healer brings, the energy shifts the healer has to go through, and the work the healer does. Like we were talking prior to this recording, like when you're doing the energy healing, there's shifts happening for the collective. And that's actually happening, that's happening for real. Like you get it, I get it. All the other brothers and sisters who are in this frequency get it. And as more and more people get it, they'll be like, I think I'm amazed. And I hope more people wake up to that realization.
Yes, and it's really possible to shift and to get help for also shifting. Like you said, like healers, they work on people, but also when they're like doing the healings, they also shift something for the collective. So that's why it's so important work what we're doing. So really, if you feel the call, check out the website and where you can find her. And if you that as well also do, like if you need help, we're there. And if not, have a great life. And that is also something like people will come to you if they feel that, like there's like an attraction that people feeling that they need to be with you. And but you also have like more and more people coming to you.
So right now, as I'm going through a transition phase, so I'm like very niche specific right now, of really calling in people who I resonate with. But I have a lot of people coming to me and telling me that I want my ex back and I want it tomorrow. that kind of vibration. And then I literally have to filter those people out, like, then explain to them that it's a process because it's not something that they'll realize overnight. I allow them to watch my contents first and then streamline. And otherwise, I haven't been working with a lot of clients now who I work with for like on a daily basis. They are my coaching clients and they are usually manifesting their twin flame or soulmate, but they're already people who I can resonate with. And I have like already chosen to work with because that vibration is there. And that's why I was saying like yesterday with one of my clients, I felt that shift and we both could feel the shift.
Wow.
And it was like, okay, I feel the energy there. And she's also very intuitive. Like I have clients who are very intuitive and very much aware. So they really will be like, okay, I'm getting vibes of this particular god, or I'm getting presence of this particular dimension. This is happening in this. They would literally see a vision and imagery. So it's such soul. It's because you're not only it's not just energy exchange or money exchange, but it's the time we are, investing on that client. So that experience matters. And it is about that experience and it is the journey that we can go together and expand together with and contribute together as a collective and expand in the inner consciousness because my client's consciousness is not out of my consciousness, of course. We are consciousness. It's an expansive journey. So I literally have reached a point where I can't work with somebody who, shifts me backwards, and it would not be a contribution for elevation for the collective consciousness. So I mostly work with people now who I align with, would I feel would be a contribution to the planet and to the consciousness evolution right now, because we already messed up a lot. No more going back. It's only time to elevate and be in 5D.
Yay, yeah. Let's go all that way. Let's go all that way. So I thank you very much. I really love the conversation. I hope people also love it. And yeah, and I will put all the links down here. And thank you very, very much for watching this. And thank you, Chirasree, as well. And let's keep inspiring people and helping people and freeing yourself more and more. And others as well.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.